Nothing is ever lost. Nothing is ever too late. You did not miss your chance. Nothing is impossible with God. I want to share a success story with you, and this is actually a personal success story, and it was just so fun and wonderful, and it was just a wonderful reminder that we never lose. You can't lose. Even if you feel like you lost, even if you feel like you missed the boat, missed your chance, missed your opportunity, you didn't. Nothing is forgotten. Not one single thing your higher self, the I am, forgets. Not the slightest little thing is forgotten of your desires. It is all happening within you right now. And all we do is allow it, accept it, by remembering that we are the all. So stick with me. You're going to love this story. And so welcome. My name is Rose, and welcome to The Rosey Life, where we help you free your mind and follow your heart so you live a life that you love. If you're interested in working one-on-one with me, go to TheRoseyLife.com. You can read all the different coaching packages that I have there. Also, you can join the Rosey Life coursing community, where I show up live every week and answer your questions live. And let me tell you guys, today's live was probably my favorite. I think we had quite a bit of people in there today. Today was the largest number of people that showed up for the live, and it was incredible. And thank you guys so much. I love that you show up with your questions, and the live lasted almost 2 hours, and usually they last about 30 to 45 minutes. Today was almost 2 hours long because, like I said, I stay as long as you guys have questions and you show up. I will stay there and I will answer them. And you can even post them in my private forum beforehand, and I'll answer those questions first in my lives. All right, so all that information is below, and you can read all about it. And feel free to send me an email and ask any questions that you have. You know I love hearing from you guys. All right, so nothing is ever lost. Nothing is ever too late. It's not too late. It's not too late. And so many of you have come to me, and I know that I felt this way before too, where I feel like I missed my chance. I missed my opportunity, and I feel like I had the chance and I blew it. And I let it go. And then we get into these circles of punishing ourselves and feeling bad and guilty because we screwed up, or we should have done something, or we get into that shoulda, coulda, woulda thing, right? And then we feel guilty and we feel bad, and then we go down these, remorse and guilt and try to change our self-concept, try to be a better version of ourselves so that we can have that thing or person back in our lives, because we feel like we screwed it up and we missed our chance, and now we're just desperately wanting to have that job back, or that person back, or that house back, or whatever. Or even like one of my clients, her desire is to be pregnant, right? And when she goes in for fertility treatments, she just gets really, she not anymore. She's in her power, but she would get really upset if it didn't go perfectly, with the exact sperm count and the egg count, and she really feel like she missed her chance because if something wouldn't happen, that she missed that too. And I get it. There's so many different circumstances that we all have that we think that we missed our chance, we missed the boat. And I want to tell you that that is not even possible. You don't miss anything unless you say so. If you say so, then that remains your reality. That remains true. But there's not even a second chance. You have infinite chances. You have as many as you want to. You don't have to settle for anything or any circumstance, any reality, any situation. You don't have to settle for none of it. And I want to share with you a quote from Neville, and I really love this quote. He talks about, he says, so all of this is a dream, meaning everything that we're experiencing in this 3D. All of this is a dream, and nothing passes away. Nothing passes away. It remains fixed, a fixed structure animated by the dreamer. I meant to put an R there. by the dreamer, Neville Goddard. So all of this is a dream, and nothing passes away, meaning nothing dies, nothing disappears, nothing's lost. There's no opportunity that's missed. You didn't screw it up. You're SOL, none of that. It remains fixed, meaning everything you desire, everything that you can think of, everything that you think that you missed your chance off, it remains fixed, meaning it remains as a potential, as a possibility, as that is still there waiting for you to claim it. That's it. Right? A fixed structure, that possibility, anything you desire, is animated, meaning by the dreamer. It animates, meaning when you become aware of that desire, you animate it, you give life to it. It's fixed, it's there waiting as a possibility, a potential, until you, the dreamer, animates it. You breathe life into it. Then it's no longer a possibility, but it is your experience in this 3D, right? So this is what I want to share with you. So in one of my retreats, many of you guys know I do LIMITLESS retreats, and I've already done 3 this year, and I'll probably do more. I'm not sure where or when yet, but in one of the retreats that I did a few months ago, I packed a bag because I get a hotel space and I stay in that hotel and I have the retreat there. And I packed a bag and I did the retreat, and that night I went to go get into my jammies and took all my jewelry off, and I put all my jewelry and my purse on that big credenza in the bedroom. And I put my stuff there, and I remember putting it there. And I said, I won't forget it here because it's right there by the TV, by the door of the bedroom. And so the next day I pack up, put everything up, and I do my once over. I go through the entire room. I was a flight attendant for years. I got the whole hotel shindig thing figured out about how to go in, how to get out, about all of the using everything, the safe, everything. I'm a pro when it comes to packing and unpacking. Okay, I leave the room and I scour the whole room like I do, and I know to look under the bed and the drawers, even places that I don't use. I look anyway, just for the wild hair that I might have used it for whatever reason. So I look. All right, so I looked in the entire room. I left nothing there. I go home and I unpack all my stuff, and the next morning I get up, get dressed, and to start seeing clients, and I start looking for my earrings and for my rings. Well, I remember specifically what I took to wear at that retreat. I wore some of my favorite earrings, some hoops, and then also I had 3 rings. Well, I found one ring. I had one ring with me, but I said, where are the other 2 rings and my earrings? I looked at all the bag. It was just one bag, and it had like a couple of zipper compartments. I went back in there. I searched and searched. I went through all the clothes that I wore, and I went through the clothes that I didn't wear that I took, through my toiletries, in my shoes. I did a thorough search. Nothing, no jewelry. And then I said, that's so weird. I'm like, I know I specifically went through the room and I scoured it to make sure I didn't leave anything. So I said, okay, fine. What if I left it at the hotel for some weird reason? I called the hotel. Not gonna lie, I said, fat chance. Even if someone did find the jewelry, I'm like, it's probably not gonna be there. So I called anyway. I said, well, you never know. Some people might be like, oh, this is cool. This looks sentimental. You know, someone left it here, whatever. You never know. I called anyway. They said, we'll check the room, call you back. They called me back and they said, sorry, they didn't find anything in the room. And I was like, all right. And I'm like, you know what? It's a loss. Right there. I assumed it's a loss. I'm like, whatever. It's not super expensive jewelry. It's just, I liked wearing it. And that's simple as that. And I immediately began to say, well, I can maybe it's time for me to buy new stuff. I've had that stuff for a while, and yeah, I liked it, but maybe I'll just buy new stuff. No biggie. So I'm like, okay. I ended up buying one new ring, and I bought some new earrings, and I was, okay. I was still like a little bummed by, them, but I was like, it's no big deal. It's just stuff. But I liked my stuff. So anyway, I still allowed that assumption that was lost. That stuff is gone, okay? Well, I moved. As many of you know, I've shared with you that I moved, and this is the new Rosey Life studio, by the way, which are blank slate walls, and I'm going to get to that in a second. But that's not what this video is about. So I moved, and as I was unpacking, that same bag I had used to pack stuff for the move. So the other day I was unpacking, and I opened the bag, and in the zipper was everything. My earrings and my rings. Why? Just a week ago, I was saying to a client or just speaking to someone, and I said, nothing is ever lost. I always find everything. And that's all I said. Nothing's ever lost. I always find everything. Then I find a few days ago, the jewelry that I thought I lost was right there. And I did get a little choked up, you guys. I got a little choked up, not because this jewelry has any kind of special memory to it or anything, but I got a little choked up because it served me as a reminder that even though you don't think that your higher self is listening to you, or you think that why would I be given this thing, or why would I be given this manifestation, or why would God remember everything, or why could I possibly manifest this, or whatever wording you want to use, okay? You're not given anything. Everything's coming from you, right? Nothing is forgotten. When you declare something, I had the assumption that the jewelry was lost. I declared that, all right? But then I declared just a statement that nothing is lost, that I find everything, right? That was a statement. I didn't say I find my jewelry. I didn't get into sats. I didn't sit there and affirm it 10 times a day. I didn't refer to anything. It just was an assumption that I chose to have. Now, the assumption was lost jewelry, right? My 2 rings and my earrings. And the new assumption was nothing is ever lost. I find everything, right? Nothing is ever lost. I find everything. In other words, another way to look at this, for those of you who've been asking questions about revision, this is also revision, okay? And this reality, I can't change that assumption. That assumption, that I created that reality of the lost jewelry. So it's not that I can't revise. Revising simply means to change or to choose a new reality, to create a new assumption, to revise the way that I think about something, to change the reality where I want to experience having it, instead of continue to choose this old assumption. Because that's really all what revision is. It's A Course in Miracles calls revision repentance, right? It's the same thing. And even Neville says it in one of his lectures, that he doesn't use the word repentance because it sounds like remorse or regret. But really what it is forgiving that negative thought of lack, and choosing a new way of thinking, the right way of thinking. In Bible, the right way of thinking, that's why they use the right side of the boat, and cast your net on the right side of the boat. My victorious righteous white hand. All of these scriptures refer to the right side of thinking, the right way of thinking, right? That is what revision is your right thinking, all right? So revision is about selecting a different alternative reality, a different perspective, right? Because remember, everything exists. It's all fixed. And you animate which state, which reality you want to. So instead of looking at revision as you're changing what is, you're selecting a different reality, a different outcome of that same scenario. I went from I lost the jewelry to assuming that nothing is ever lost. I changed that reality of that jewelry being gone. And mind you guys, that happened back in March, the losing of the jewelry. And I searched high and low, and it was not in that bag. And that is not a big bag, you guys. It is 2 zipper pockets, and that's it, okay? And it was not there. And when I went back, because I changed my assumption, I changed my story, that is what appeared for me. Okay, so I just want to reiterate, right, that it is never too late. It is never too late with God. You did not miss your chance. I don't care how long it's been. I don't care how long you've been trying, what you've been doing, how much you've assumed, how much coaching you've got, how many books you've read. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You're the only one that is caring about the time, because with God, you never miss your chance. You never. It's never too late. All right? And we never miss our chance. We never miss our chance. We never miss our opportunity. Even if you've been rejected, turned down, it hasn't worked out, you haven't got the positive result, whatever it is, you are not missing anything. You let that go and you choose, you change your assumption. You have the right thinking again. Do you see? So why? Because I am the all. You are the all. You are everything. You can't miss your chance when you're everything, but that also includes you believing that you missed your chance. You believing that it's too late, right? You're everything, but you are equally in that reality of thinking you missed your chance, and you are equally in the reality where you have what you desire. Neither of them are more real than the other. They're both options. They're both fixed, waiting to be animated. So you're animating your lack or the lost cause, lost jewelry, lost opportunity. You're either animating that or you're animating where everything is yours. You have everything. It is always up to you, but it's never lost. It's never too late. So it doesn't matter how long it's been or how difficult it seems. You're never without your desire. Whatever I decide, I am that I am. Because you are the all, you're everything. So whatever it is that you choose, whatever it is that you decide that you are, that you want, even if it's in the past, in the seeming past, because there is none, from this very moment, you decide what is showing up. You decide how things turn out. You decide the outcome. This moment is the only moment that ever matters. You have a blank slate, and this leads to me to this before I close out this video, is this studio that I'm now in, and I'm now going to begin to decorate. You can see they're blank walls. It's completely blank. There is nothing in here. I have left the studio as the last room to decorate because I want to take my time, and I have an idea, I have a vision of what I want it to look like. I don't know exactly the items that I want in this room yet. I don't know exactly what items I'm going to purchase or find or be gifted or whatever, but I have a feeling. I know the experience that I want to have when I walk into this studio. I already know what it is that I want to experience. And because I know that is why the things that I am going to find or buy or be gifted or whatever, however I come across these things, they are all going to be in perfect alignment with the experience that I will have each and every time that I walk into this room. Do you see? So I don't even know exactly what I want. I know the experience that I will have. Why? I have a blank slate where I am the all. I have all options available to me. My imagination is the thing that is in charge here. I get to decide how I want to feel, what I want to experience, or maybe I can even be specific about what I want on these walls. Any of those are perfect. But these blank slates or slates of walls, right? They represent you, the all. The zero, the ground zero, I call it, of the I amness, where there's no conditions, no limitations, no one telling you what you can and cannot do. There's no rules, no color scheme, no nothing. It is just you and your higher self, the great I am. That is you deciding together, what are we going to create? What are we going to put in on these walls? What are we going to put in our 3D? What are we going to paint in this experience? What am I going to experience? What do I want to feel like when I'm walking through my life in my experience? How do I want to see my life? What do I want to decorate my life with? That is all we're all doing. Do you see? And I love this concept of the blank walls as a starting point, because when you are getting a little, need a little water, when you're feeling doubt or fear or anxious or worry, I invite you, and this is what I shared with the Rosey Life course and community live today. When you're feeling that way, I want you to refer back to these blank walls again. And remember, hold up, I have all opportunities. I have any possibility. I have any choice that I want. I can decide how I want everything to be. Because I am the all. I am everything. I have all power, no limits, no conditions. I get to decide and choose everything. It doesn't matter what's already there. It doesn't matter what paint there is or people there are or how they're acting or what's happening. It doesn't matter. I'm not limited to what I see, touch, hear, smell. I'm going to look at my life as a clean slate because I am the all. I have everything. And now I get to decide what I want to experience, what I want to feel, touch, smell, have, hear, everything. I'm going to start deciding with my I am what we're going to do together. And as a team, we're going to do this and manifest a beautiful life that I love living in. That is what you all have the power to do. So I intend that this video was inspiring for you and to pull you away from and move you out of the feeling of it's too late, you've lost, it's too late, you missed your chance, you screwed it up. No, remember, if you remain in that thinking, if you remain in that story, you're right, you will remain in regret, like Neville says, in feeling like that repentance, regret, remorse. Instead, move, revise, change the outcome that you want instead. Paint on your life. Hang up the things in your life that you want to see. Move everything around how you want it to see. You don't have to change what is. You just have to choose again and again and again. All right, my loves. Thank you so much for liking the video, and I appreciate you guys so much for those of you who are sharing my videos on with other groups and other people. I appreciate you guys so much. And I love you, and thank you for your support and your love. I truly feel it more and more every single day. And I appreciate you guys helping the Rosey Life grow. And I'll just say thanks again, because you're all freaking amazing. And I'll see you soon. Bye.